Peace to the gods. Welcome back. Y'all, I got something for y'all today. Now, I know a lot of my goddesses aren't going to like this one, but it's alright. I'm just here to educate y'all. We have to stop trying to get men to be monogamous. Monogamous relationships are clearly not working out. If it's not working out, you keep doing the same thing over, that is insanity. Men are naturally polygamous by nature. You can look it up and do the research yourself. But I got my notes because I'm always do the research for y'all. So let's get into why men are naturally polygamous by nature. So first, we have to acknowledge the fact that men produce millions of sperm and can ejaculate every day. Again, men produce millions of sperm a minute. They can ejaculate every single day. If it were naturally designed for men to be monogamous, the seminal production would cease during conception or would only be present during the woman's ovulation period. While you're pregnant, a man still is producing millions of sperm per minute. Additionally, men continue to produce healthy sperm cells throughout their entire life, affording them to have children for a very extensive period. And we have to keep in mind, men were put on this planet to be fruitful and to multiply. They are supposed to want to, in structure and with order and divinity, not just, just getting random women pregnant and just, baby mom, baby dad. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying that men are naturally polygamous. They are made and they are naturally want to spread their seed and they want to multiply. Men naturally think about survival. They think about their offspring. They're thinking about their bloodline. The only way that your bloodline is going to survive is if you spread it amongst multiple women, if you're having multiple children. This is what our ancestors did. This is what they do in a lot of African tribes. How do you think tribes are still surviving? How do you think the survival of a tribe, of a union, is based on how well everybody is bonding? Sex is very important. Sex is just not for procreation. Sex is also for bonding. So we have to keep that in mind. And if you're choosing a man, you should want for his bloodline to continue on. So you should want to produce not only him within a child, but his mind. You should want to cultivate his mind and produce him as much as possible. So giving him another wife, a sister, that's only helping you. But women, however, not only have a limited number of eggs, women also undergo a phase in which they are no longer able to conceive children, further prompting the nature of polygamy. Because if you're at a point where you're no longer able to, supply him children, it would only make sense for you to have sisters, for there to be other women around that can supply children. This is about legacy. This is about the bloodline. And lastly, monogamy restricts men's ability to reproduce themselves due to the risk of childbirth and the lengthy duration of the typical 9-month pregnancy, ultimately hindering man's ability to build a nation and advance his legacy. Because again, while you're pregnant, your divine counterpart, your divine masculine, should be able to and should still be working on his legacy, should still be working on building the nation. Building the nation, we need children. Building the nation, like I said in my other videos, are about the children. So ladies, goddesses, men are divine masculine. A man that has knowledge of self, that knows himself, that knows his worth. This man is 9 times out of 10, he's going to be polygamous. He's going to attract multiple women. He's going to... Why do you think you attracted to him? Why do you think you're attracted to them? There are more women than men. There are more women than men on this planet. But eventually, divine women are going to group up with the divine man because it's not a lot of options. It's not a lot of options. There's absolutely nothing wrong with polygamy and building within your nation, building within your kingdom. Men are polygamous by nature. Men are not monogamous. Women, we are monogamous creatures. Now, not all women, but most women are monogamous creatures. Men are polygamous by nature, women. Stop trying to get them to be monogamous. They are not monogamous. That's why they cheat on y'all. That's why they lie. Men, be honest. Be honest. It's okay if you do not want to be with one woman for the rest of your life. Be honest. It's not okay for you to lie, though. Be honest. Let her know that you're polygamous. You're a god. You're a king. Step back into your divinity. Remember who you are. Monogamy is slavery. Polygamy is freedom. I love myself. Peace to the gods.